Oh, fucking righty now. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Oh, dude. It was so fucking difficult, dude. I go to log on to fucking do the broadcasting and it's like, hey, let's being an unruling cunt. And it's just like, no, fuck you, dude.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Believing that people are motivated by self-interest and distrustful of human sincerity or integrity.
Yeah, self-interest. Pennywise is very cynical. So yeah, I was using it right. I was using it right under the context that Pennywise wanted to eat them. That's for his own self-worth or fucking whatever the fuck it's called.
Concerned only with one's own interest and typical disregard of accepted or appropriate standards in order to achieve them.
Okay, yeah. So he's very cynical at the way.
No, but why would a demon clown care about public opinion anyway? That doesn't make sense. So like, it doesn't really work. Calling him cynical only works. He's not abide by our own moral standards anyway. So that wouldn't work.
But does he not want children for his own benefit?
Because he has to feed. Like,
exactly.
That's his natural order. He has to feed. So is it cynical saying us that I have to kill this cow because I have to feed or I starve to death?
Yeah, because it's for your own benefit. That would be also cynical.
But I have to do so.
Yeah.
That doesn't. Okay.
That would be.
I think you're stretching it too far.
No.
I think you're stretching it too far, to be honest.
Okay. Wait. So okay, let's go into the lines of serial killer'ness. All right. So yes, he doesn't abide by the laws of our standards or anything like that. So would you wait? Regardless, hold on. Let me finish. So wait. So are you telling me that the Zodiac killer was not cynical?
There's a whole difference between an actual person and a movie.
Dude, he's still killing people for his own benefit.
No, Anthony, that's not the point. You're trying to give a real life descriptive adjective to something that isn't actually factual or real. That's not gonna work out. It doesn't work.
So you wouldn't call Pennywise's actions sadistic either then? Or very
described as sadistic, but you can't really say, oh yeah, he's a sadistic being when he's not fucking real to begin with.
Okay, so what you're telling me is we can't use real word adjectives to essentially describe something that isn't real.
I mean, yeah, because it doesn't really fucking work, because they're not abiding by what we would grade them as.
But
the base textbook's use of cynical is saying, I'm helping you, but I'm helping you with a hidden agenda. That's what cynical is. I'm helping you for our own personal gain. That's what cynicism is, and being cynical. Like, yeah, I'll help you get through your tough times, so you feel like you have to help me back for another time later on.
Okay, so would you not say that Gaul in this game is not narcissistic? Would he not be narcissistic, or would he not be cynical for the fact that he's technically helping out his people by doing one thing, and that's by technically helping out himself? Would you say that Gaul in this game is not cynical nor narcissistic for the simplest reasoning is that all of his men that he's with and all the people that he fucking has under his wing, it's okay. It's okay, Nuka Marie. It's glad to actually have you on board and support us and shit like that. But so would you not say that Gaul is not cynical nor sadistic for the or it's not sadistic but cynical or narcissistic for the reason that one, he only does what he does to one, seek revenge for his quote unquote master, but at the same exact time he was also doing it all for himself? Would you not say he was cynical?
Yeah, that's selfish. Yeah, I can see what you're trying to say, but it doesn't help prove the fact that these beings that we're trying to describe aren't real to begin with. So it doesn't really matter to me at all.
Okay, but why can I not use cynical as a word to describe his actions?
Because he's not doing it for anyone's other benefit. He's not tricking anyone. He's just doing it because he has to.
Okay, but
there's that fine line you're obviously missing.
Okay, wait. I'll agree with you on that part. I'm gonna leave it at that much, but I just don't want to go into the fact that you're saying we can't use real word adjectives to describe things that are not real, correct? Like the things that are fictional and don't technically abide to the laws of our society. But you wouldn't say that Gaul is narcissistic in this game.
No, because it's fuck, dude. Like dude, he's doing it because he wants to. Because he seeks power. He seeks strength, right?
Exactly. But is he not also cynical for the fact that what he does is technically for the benefit of someone else, but it's also a hidden agenda by giving him power? Is that not cynical? That is the textbook definition of cynical, yes? That I'm going to help you out, but I'm going to have my own hidden agenda behind helping you out. Is that not cynical?
Believing that people are motivated by self-interest, distrustful of human sincerity or integrity. That means you're.
He had sincerity for his master. At the beginning of his master helping him up, he had sincerity for his master. He was doing this to seek revenge for his master. Therefore, he had sincerity for his master's feelings, and therefore was trying to help his master out throughout this entire endeavor. Would that not be the same thing?
No, because it means if he at first if he didn't actually believe those feelings, because he doubted them. That's the whole thing. It's that you're distrustful of the sincerity and integrity of those motions and actions. That means, like, say if you came to help me and I'm doubting and asking you why are you helping me, and I'm questioning it because I don't think you're actually helping me. You're not being actually integral in the fact you're trying to help me just to help me.
Okay. What about
that little thing?
Okay. So what about towards the end of the game where his master literally questions the fact that he's not going in and actually doing what he was supposed to be, what he was trained to do? His own master doubted what Gaul's intentions were, because the fact that Gaul kept the speaker as pretty much like a pet, as you could say. Would that not be cynical then? Because at that point, his own master.
It wasn't questioning intentions. It wasn't intentions. It was actions. The fact he was stalling.
That would not. Okay. So wait, Gabe. So wait. You're telling me by keeping someone. Okay. So hold on.
You're interpreting this whole thing wrong, and I'm gonna keep saying that. Because I'm telling you, you're getting it wrong, and I've been telling you this whole time.
I'm not. Okay. So. Fucking whatever, dude. I don't even want to talk about this anymore. This is fucking stupid because it's like the whole factor. No, because you have to prove it wrong. You know, I'm not proving it wrong. I'm trying to fucking talk to you about something because in the whole basis of the thing is that you're saying that Gaul isn't cynical. He is doing something for another person, but for
first place.
But I put it back to that. I put it towards Gaul because you said that we could not give specific adjectives to things that are not real.
It's not really worked out well because they don't have actually fictional characters. They're supposed to act the way they're supposed to act for a reason. There's no change. There's no actual thought behind it. They're made to act like that.
Okay, so
vice versa, how we are, where thoughts, emotions, and feelings can change off the flip of a fucking coin. There's that. Obviously, it's because we're not made to act the way we are. We act because of things happening around us.
Okay, hold on. So just pointing that out there right now. So real quick, I'm gonna put something that's real life based into this, while that also connects to this game as well. That actually would make sense to this whole basis of the game. So, Destiny 2 is a fucking great game. I love the shit out of this game. So, Gabe, you're explaining that since they technically don't have feelings, they don't like switch off the drop of a dime, anything like that. They don't apply to our moral standards or anything of that type. Yes.
Yeah, because they're fucking code.
Okay. Wait. Well, fuck you, dude. Then I mean, I'm trying to have this conversation with you.
It doesn't work. It just doesn't.
Okay. So how about this? The Zodiac Killer was not created to be a direct killer. Okay. It was
a person.
Exactly. He was a person who essentially had something traumatizing happen to him, which then changed him into the man he was today by becoming a killer. Because all unsubs and everyone who's like that fucking have some type of event that makes them the way they are. So Gaul would have fought for his people, for his people and shit like that. But when he was cast out aside while he was a young baby, without anything else happening to him, he was cast aside and pretty much rejected by his entire people. Same thing as the Zodiac Killer was. He was cast aside and judged by everyone around him. Same as Gaul was, because Gaul was a runt. Gaul was fucking useless to everybody around him. So in that same moral standardizing point, Gaul was not born to be the man he was to be, but he was essentially became that way, and he switched on the drop of a dime. Now, he worshipped his master for bringing him up to where he was. But in the end of this game, Gaul killed his master, which then would show that he had a change of feelings on a flip of a fucking dime towards his master, because his master questioned his actions towards keeping the speaker alive. Would that not be the same as the Zodiac Killer when he was a young boy, something happening to him, and then he switched to becoming a killer that he is today? Would that not be the same?
No, in my opinion, no, it's not, because due to the fact that that was always predestined to happen. Due to the fact it's fucking code. Like, this is what the game designer said. This is gonna happen from the very beginning. They started about it and they said, okay, this is gonna happen. So then make it happen in the story, and this is what's gonna happen. But vice versa, something to actually happen in a real life scenario, like Flash of Blood, me and you, something that made that person turn out to be the way they are. Like, the moment this process and like thought did to where Gaul the creator was, like Gaul the character's created, they probably had a plan for him to begin with, and what they're gonna do with him. It was shaped. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. There's that separation of reality versus the video game what we play now in movies, because it's not real. That's the difference. It's not real.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing I'm trying to say.
Okay, so Gabe, do you believe in fate, karma, or anything of the sorts? Like essentially saying that your life is essentially governed by something other than something that you cannot control. Do you believe in anything of the sorts? Because the way some people believe it is that people's lives are guided by fate or destiny, something that they physically cannot control, and something that they are predestined to do and pre-coded to do pretty much from the start of their life.
Yeah, like, then that comes into the whole argument about beliefs and what you believe in and what you view life as. That's a whole different argument.
That isn't a whole different argument, because of the fact that some people actually believe that. So
our original argument is that it was just off the fact that I thought you used cynical wrong in situation, not about what I believed in. That's a completely different argument.
Okay, so wait.
That is true. So
going on the lines that we cannot describe a person inside of a game a specific way, but we can describe their actions a certain way. It like how does that differ, dude? How does it differ?
Because my whole point is that there's no real human change to them, because there is no like, oh, I see this is gonna happen, I'm gonna do it. No, this is gonna happen because it's what's going to happen. It's going to happen due to the fact that they're made like that, due to all the ones and zeros that makes them up in the system.
Okay,
that's my whole point. And to begin with, backtracking all the way to the very beginning, this stemmed off because I simply read you the definition of what cynical is, and I thought you might be using it wrong. And now it came to the fact, though, you're questioning what I believe in. Like that. I'm not questioning what you believe in at this point. You just asked me. I just asked you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fine. I'll give you that. I'll give you the fact that I did ask you, fucking, if you believed in fate or anything of the sorts. But if you did, that would also therefore help the argument on the basis of, regardless of what you say at that point, because then the fact that if you would have clearly said, fuck, I'm stuttering, that you believed in fate or destiny, anything like that pretty much because you're pre-coded to do something, then you would no longer have had an argument based on the fact that the game characters we can no longer describe with human pretty much based actions or vocabulary, because the fact that they were predestined to do the thing. That's why I asked that, because I was trying to see if you would have changed your whole perspective of what you were saying. Not because I was challenging your beliefs, but I was making sure if you would stay true to what you were saying in the beginning. That was my point behind that. Yeah, and I'm still gonna stand by that. Like, okay. The whole point is that I don't think it's possible to describe it correctly, because they can't be described like emotionally and like mentally as like, oh, as this emotion, because they technically aren't a real thing that have emotions to them. It's like giving a fucking chair an emotional response when it's an inanimate fucking object. Okay, so. Okay, but this entire time you were saying that Pennywise actions were sinister. Right, they had a sinister tone to them. You could describe actions, but not emotions, and like you can't give them like the ideal, like think, oh, hey, this chair is reliable because like, oh, it never fucking breaks. It's like the chair, it's made to fucking work. That's like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really It's ridiculous in my eyes.
I mean, yeah, okay, I agree with what you're saying, but I find it ridiculous that we can give them one adjective, but we cannot give them another. Like, to me, that sounds stupid, because the way I was just describing it is that, yeah, I was using cynical wrong, and I get that, but the fact that some people describe certain things away, but you're saying to do that is completely harsh and wrong, because the fact that they aren't real things and they're not real people in the basis. So you wouldn't be able to describe them a certain way. Even though that would technically be the best way to describe their character, like how they fucking describe like there was fuck what I'm trying to think of something like okay, like Zetsu from Naruto. Hold on.
You're right. There is a way out of this.
Yeah, I believe that too. I believe no one's set to one path. You do as you wish, and that's how you live your life. Like, yeah, that's completely understandable. Okay, Gabe. So, like Zetsu, okay? He essentially helped the Akatsuki to help his own benefits because he wanted to bring back Kaguya. Not under the basis that he is not a real person. Would you not say that's cynical?
Okay, now I'm gonna read you the definition of cynical again. All right.
Because he's technically helping another person for his own belief. Was that not one of the things you said?
No, because that says believing that people are motivated by self-interest and distrustful of human sincerity or integrity. That means when he went to, right, so it's not just because he did something shady as fuck. It's because that when someone comes to help you of your own, someone comes to help you do something, is that factor, not because of doing it is because of why they're doing it. Is what I'm saying. Is you're just because that's what like you're getting that misconception from. It's my thing.
I'm not misconceptioning it. Like I don't understand.
What it sounds like. That's
no,
what I'm hearing.
Okay, but you're saying that's what it sounds like and that's what you're hearing. But like you're not even you're okay. Like you're like in this whole argument you have yet to open your mind under the understanding of like what we're talking about. Like yes, I understand.
That's why we're still talking about it.
Okay.
That's how conversations work, right? I have to listen to respond to you, don't I?
I'm not saying you weren't listening. I was just saying that you weren't fully understanding, because the whole factor that I'm trying to get to, dude, is that your whole argument based onto this argument now is that we cannot describe a person inside of a game, movie, or whatever as an adjective, but we can describe their actions that they do as one thing. Which to me, that makes it sound fucking weird. Because if we are describing the actions, then literally, no matter who you are as like that's it. Like yeah, I get it that they're not real and that they're fucking fake or whatever. But if we're going under that basis that you only describe the fucking actions of the person and not the person itself, it's basically I would fucking describe you as like, I don't know, fucking prideful or some shit like that. Like that would be my basis of that all. You know what I mean? Or your actions are courageous, but you're not a courageous person. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm trying to get to. You know what I mean? Like that's my point. That you're saying that we cannot describe something as one thing, but we can describe their actions as that thing.
Like that. Like someone can do something courageous, but themselves not be actually a person full of courage. Like it could be a spur of the moment one time
I get
thing.
that.
That does work. Yes.
But that's the thing though. But going under the fucking factor of like the whole baseline of this fucking argument is that Pennywise is a fucking evil demon. Okay? He is a fucking evil demon who does sinister acts, and he is a sinister being. But you were saying that his actions were what defined him and not the person that he was in the movie. That's my fucking point. God, that's my point of this. Is that you're saying that like you can't describe a person as one thing, but you can describe their actions. Like what the fuck?
Because my whole thing is it's not a real person. There was no free range of thought to how they're gonna be or act. They're turned to act and think that the script way because that's what their script, how they're told to be and how they're paid to be. That's my whole thing. There's a difference between me and you and an actor portraying a character on a screen.
Okay, so would you not say that Freddy Krueger is evil?
Yeah, he's evil because
he's evil. He's evil though. Okay, but you suck, dude.
He was designed to be an evil character.
But he is
That's the whole
evil.
point of
He
being by
himself is
design.
evil. Holy shit. Thank you, because that's basically what I was fucking saying.
There is no choice
Regardless
there.
of the
There is
person
no-
who's fucking
there
like,
is no human choice there.
Oh my
He's designed
God.
like that.
it doesn't matter because the fact that you
Yes, it
agreed that
does.
no. My point is, Gabe. My point is that you yourself was not describing someone as one thing, but you just said that he himself was an actual evil person. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but like,
do you want to not use the term person? Like what? Like when you told me to ask, when you asked me if he is an evil person. Like yes, Freddy Krueger, the character is evil. Does that work for you, or do you want to say person again? Like
no, Freddy Krueger is evil. That's my basis. He is evil.
Baseline.
Okay, cool.
because he's designed by factor and creation to be evil. That is his whole purpose of creation.
But
to be evil.
under your standpoint, we cannot describe him as a evil being or anything like that because of the fact that he is fake. We cannot give him that title, nor can we give him that whole baseline of anything. It's your argument, Gabe.
I didn't know. Oh my god.
That's your argument.
No, it was not my argument.
You cannot give something that is fake a specific title because that would only rely on basic human emotions because you would also agree with me on the fact that the Zodiac Killer was an evil thing, right? An evil person or whatever the fuck you want to call it. He was evil, right? Regardless of him being made like that or destined to be that. Okay, but he was evil. Yes or no? Was he evil?
Yes, you can say he was evil.
Okay, so
because of
Freddy
what he
Krueger
did
is
by
evil,
moral
yes?
subjugation. Due to creation, due to how he was made by his
But
creator.
the factor
Not by
of
choice. I'm
dude.
talking about choice. I am talking about the choice and the factor,
Oh my
nothing
God.
else.
Okay,
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
so your only fucking borderline argument against this entire thing is choice beyond creation. But what? Okay, okay. So,
And the thing is, why the fuck are we still talking about this? I don't know why you're so dead ass serious on this.
Because it confuses the fucking me that you're essentially saying that one thing cannot be one thing.
Okay, I might have misused that wrong and moved on.
Well, I
But it had
did.
to go this far.
I admitted that I used it wrong like several fucking times, but yeah, I am an argumentative person, Gabe. We have fucking known each other for 8 years. You have known how I am. Yeah, this may have not been needed, but my whole baseline of this entire argument was
You
that
just want to argue. That's it. You just need to argue for no reason.
all right, whatever.
I was just trying to review a
All right,
movie.
whatever. It's cool.
And then this happens.
If this happens because you're essentially saying that I cannot argue for the baseline of actually arguing of a point of my own beliefs, but you can and I can't say nothing against it. That's what you just exactly said. I'm arguing for the point of arguing.
That is not what I just said. I just said you seek your arguments for no reason. That's all I'm
But
saying.
that's not,
You just seek them out.
we were just having a conversation, okay? We were just going on the baseline of fucking of this and that. So like but then you had to go and say that like, oh yeah, now we're just having a fucking argument. Like it what?
Because it was. They didn't go to a conversation. They went to a full-blown argument.
This
It went from you listening and like commenting, oh yeah, it's kind of cool, and now I kept to that. Versus, oh, you said such and such versus I said such and such. Which they textbook the argument.
Okay, I'll give you that one. I'll completely give you that one under the baseline of yes, that is technically what an argument is. But what I'm saying though is that is that essentially that I only argue to argue was exactly what you said. I argue to argue instead of actually fucking going on and actually trying to find something else. It's just to me it is very odd and confusing under the baseline of saying that you would call one thing evil and the other thing evil, but you cannot define them two as the same thing under the basis of choice and non-choice.
Yeah,
Like
it sounds
to
weird,
me,
but
to me that's odd. So yeah, no, it makes sense. I've never said that what you were saying never made sense. That at no point did I ever say that. What I'm saying though is that to me it is an odd thing that you would say one thing is evil and the other thing is also evil, but they can no longer be compared under the fact of free choice.
Right, because that's the whole big thing there is the factor of choice.
But
So it's the factor of choice because some things don't, because technically, things in games and movies don't have choice because that's how they're designed.
Well, yeah, no
Their
shit,
that
Gabe.
choice is
I
taken.
get that.
That's what I've been trying.
No fucking shit, dude. I've been literally agreeing with you this entire fucking time. But every time I've ever put out something against or fucking ever to add anything in, you have completely shut me down every route.
You haven't been adding on to it. You've been trying to contradict it.
No, it's not, dude. Because going under the basis is that we both agreed that fucking the Zodiac Killer and fucking Freddy Krueger are evil. Yes or no? Just please say yes or no.
Yes.
At this moment. Okay. So therefore we would both agree that they're fucking evil, and that is the baseline of that entire thing. But you cannot compare fucking the Zodiac Killer to Freddy Krueger because the baseline that Freddy Krueger was designed to be that way. But in the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, he only became truly the way he fucking was and 100% evil, like 100% evil, was because of the baseline that he himself came under a traumatic incident. He was burned alive inside of a fucking warehouse, thank you, and he was killed in that warehouse. Zodiac Killer had a fucking very similar, not similar trauma, but had a very traumatic experience, which then switched his brain into being the Zodiac Killer. How can you at that point, regardless of creation or not, compare the two into being the fact that they are practically similar under the borderlines is that both their characters or their persons themselves became who they are because of what has happened to them in the borderlines of events that led up to who they became. That is my entire basis. I understand that creation and non-creation has essentially a large, like, fucking differentiating factor into it. But my point being, though, Gabe, is that you were shutting down everything I was saying under the baseline of saying that one thing cannot be technically fucking similar or compared to another thing because one thing was created and the other thing was not. So how are you going to sit there and tell me that regardless of creation or not, like, let's not fucking put life or like real or not into it, that Freddy Krueger and the Zodiac Killer are two similar fucking people? How, like, are you truly going to sit there and still continue to say that they are not similar in most ways of their character? Of their character itself. I'm saying character under the baseline of that the Zodiac Killer is a character portrayed by the actual person.
Okay, if you're using it like that, then they can't be compared. But you take that away, they can't be.
That was my entire baseline of it, fucker.
They need to be the same equal grounds to begin with.
That was my entire baseline of comparing two fucking things together. Oh my god! Yes, I use cynical wrong. I get that. Like, fuck, dude, I use cynical wrong. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I use cynical wrong, but under what I was saying is under actions of like how fucking Gall acted or something like that. That regardless of fucking of him being coded that way, Gall was cynical. Yes.
Yes, he did. He
okay,
done things that can be
cool. We can end this
cynical.
argument now because that's what I was just trying to fucking clarify. That's my entire point of this entire argument. Of everything that we've been literally fucking saying to each other, which is stupid as fuck because we've literally been talking about this for like fucking 45 fucking minutes, I believe. And I'm sorry for the viewers who have been fucking seeing this. But yes, I am an argumentative person. But when I try to get a fucking point across and somebody just continues to blast it out of fucking proportion, I'm gonna get heated and angry. But my point being is that in the sense that we were both right in the point. We were both right in the basis of understanding that, again, this is what me and this fucker do, is we argue the same exact point, but neither one of us likes to be a fucking grown-up and accept that we're wrong and understand that the other person is also right in the same sense of the argument. So I am sorry for the two viewers who are watching this right now and heard us fucking argue for the last fucking 35 fucking minutes or whatever, but holy fucking shit. Huh!
I just want to clarify, I was talking about a movie.
You were talking about a movie. That's fucking grand. Cool. But my point being is I was talking about a fucking movie as well. I started off talking about a movie. But guess what? It was completely shut down along the baseline of fucking what I was talking about was 100% wrong. And there was no fucking thing behind it. No, that's it. That's it.
You sure?
Fuck.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Sure?
I'm 100% good.
Are you sure?
You fucking asshole.
Oh, I'm the asshole.
You are. Like, fuck. Anyways, fuck, I forgot what I was talking about. I think I was talking about Ted Cruz and porn for a second.
That's how I feel every day with you.
Fuck you, dude. That's how I feel every day with you as well, you asshole.
You're the one who starts it.
No, 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 because
Don't
all I
you
did was
dare
ask
say
a
no.
simple
I will call
question,
John.
and
I will
you
call
went,
John.
call John, fucking call him.
Because
I would love to talk to John. Why? Because I haven't
same.
talked to John in a long time. I would love to talk to John. I would fucking love to talk to John. Go ahead and call John. I would love to hear John's voice whisper sweet nothings into my fucking ear while we play Destiny and have this podcast. I would very much like to halt this podcast to just make a phone call to prove a point that we can prove after the podcast, and I'll probably put in the fucking clip notes that I was generally wrong, because I most likely am in this situation. But in the baseline of what I'm fucking talking about, fuck you, let's continue. But another thing, so like going back to the whole like going back to the whole like horror based thing is, yeah, if you have great ambiance and you have great fucking like to me, what makes a good movie is ambiance, jump scares, and the music. Well, music would also go under like baseline of ambiance. I don't know why I keep saying that fucking word, baseline. I don't know why.
You're 9.
I don't know why. I just continue to say it constantly, and it's just like fucking. It just kind of comes up.
I think you're trying to say bass, but you just have the line in because for some reason.
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't. I don't fucking know. But what I'm trying to say though is that to me, Stephen King was one of my favorite horror-based film directors, and only because he essentially combined all the great points of horror into his movies. You know what I mean? It had jump scares. It also had fucking a great ambiance. It also had, you know, just generally a scary theme to it. Yeah, tension. You know what I mean? It was also became practically a thriller at that point. You know what I mean? Like also with like Scream. You know what I mean? Like the Scream movies. They were also really good movies. One, because they had great ambiance and they had great jump scares. You know what I mean? You never know when the fucking killer was gonna jump at you and kill you. Same thing with Friday the 13th. Same thing with Freddy. Well, I mean, like you knew when Freddy was gonna hit you. I mean, it was kind of implied. You go to sleep, you die. Like
he's coming for that. Like he getting that ass.
No, I have never. Have you ever played Fatal Frame games, Gabe?
Oh my fucking god! That is the single most terrifying game experience. Hands down. Anthony, if you get an old school like PlayStation Xbox, and I can find those, I will make you play them. Because literally, you will shit your pants for how terrifying those fucking games are. No,
okay.
You don't understand. Anthony, you played the Condemned series, right? On Xbox, the old school Xbox?
No,
Condemned?
I'd never played Condemned.
Oh my god, okay. So Condemned is a fucking...
I can't even get past Outlast, dude. What the fuck you mean?
Okay, imagine Outlast, but with shittier controls, and it's Japanese horror, and the only way to fight the ghosts and like demons that are fighting you is through a fucking picture frame. Like you have to take a picture of them while they're jumping at you.
What?
Yes, because the camera is able to exercise the ghosts and demons, right? And so what it is, while it's happening, like say like it pops out and you can hear them. It's like it's all Japanese ghost horror too, right? That's the thing. And the controls are really shitty, and it's just horrible, really poorly optimized controls at the time, right? For that's happening. And so fucking.
I'm gonna actually have to like fucking check that out.
And sometimes you won't be able to see the ghost. Sometimes you can't see the ghost without looking through the camera. So once you put up the camera, it covers your whole screen. You go into first person. We're not in the camera view. It's third person. So once you go into like the first person camera view, sometimes there'll be like a dank, like as creepy as ghost in your shit out of fucking nowhere.
Oh fuck that, dude.
And that's the whole game in a nutshell. And there's 4 games of those. There's four games like that in series. Yes, Fatal Frame 1 through 3 were released to America, but Fatal Frame 4 was released to Japan only on the Wii, and you had to import it in Japanese.
Nuka said the broken Batgirl scared her the most.
Yeah, fuck that. No, what I hated was in Fatal Frame 2 was the stairwell ghost. The fucking stairwell ghost was the shittiest for me, because literally, because you're going to the stairwell, right? And it's really creepy old fucking mansion. And like as you're walking up the stairs, there's a scream and a breaking of boards, and you turn and your character turns around and it freezes, and it slows down to see this ghost just fucking pitfalling to its death. Like it's doing his death, and you can see its neck like snap and look at you as it falls. You're like, oh my.
Jesus.
And you're just like, no, sir. No fucking thanks.
My biggest thing about fucking like honestly, my favorite horror game that I've ever fucking witnessed is probably The Suffering. Like the
Suffering's fucking play child's play, dude. They play that shit.
Okay,
Honestly, it really is.
fuck you for a second. What I'm saying though is I like The Suffering not only because it was just basic fucking horror, is that it actually like to me Suffering was cool because it actually had like a very intricate storyline to it too. Like why he's there, why he has the visions, why he fucking is the way he is. I like that about The Suffering. But no, yeah, no. The Fatal Frame series does seem like it's a very fucking terrifying game.
Play Condemned. Play the Condemned series as well. Play the Condemned series as well.
I'll try to find it. I'll try to find it.
They throw moving mannequins at your ass.
Fuck that.
Yeah, you're in an abandoned mall chasing a killer. One of those crackheads and other shit's trying to kill you, right?
I've played the Silent Hill games though. Like that's the thing. Like I play the Silent Hill games where they do a lot of that fucking like stupid fucked up shit to you a lot.
And so while you're in the first person in your fucking movie, like you like this. Like say you walk into the mall, into a corner of the mall, right? And it's super dark. And you look to your right and you see all their mannequins stacked up, because that's how it's supposed to be, right? Before they close, they stack up all the mannequins in one area before they redress them and put them out for the day. Like all of them are just sitting there in one corner, like all like huddled and looking at each other. And then you walk 10 feet down the hall and you turn around, they've moved towards you.
Yeah, send me all the pictures, Nuka. Fucking. Yeah, I'd like to see what the ghosts look like and shit like that, so that way I know what the fuck. When I start playing the game, at least I'm not fucking like, oh, that's fucking new. But
it's like, yeah, I think it's all that shit came on like in early 2000s. It was like in early 2000s during like the PS2 and like Xbox, like fucking like Mayday area.
Huh.
So
real quick, because this has been 2 hours long, and this will give me enough footage for practically to clip and kind of take what I want and pretty much make a shorter version out of this, which will probably be me. Like I'll honestly probably have me like raging out be like the highlight of the shorter video. I first want to thank everyone that pretty much watched the video, watched this whole thing to begin with. I very much appreciate you guys giving me support, and I very much appreciate you giving the channel support. Thank you again, Gabe, for joining me fucking again. This is pretty much this is pretty much our channel pretty much together. So I very much appreciate that as well. Still fuck you in all borderline baseline based thing. I had to say it that time. That time I said it on purpose. But I'm gonna go watch it. Anyone else fucking watches this, if we spoiled anything for you, we gave you the fucking warning, so I am sorry for you. But yeah, everyone here, thank you. But right before I do go, I do want to answer KJ's question, because I'm not gonna leave you out. Since you pretty much stayed, I'm not just gonna fucking blow you off like that. Real quick before I actually finish off this video, we have 5 minutes technically. Gabe, what is your favorite soundtrack to a game?
Have to be the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World soundtrack.
That's actually not a bad pick. Mine, like, I don't know, for when it comes down to soundtracks, I would have to say the entire Borderlands series. Why? Because they had fucking Ain't No Rest for the Wicked as one of its fucking songs, dude. That I fucking love. You know what I mean? I very much love that entire series, and how, the songs essentially match the storyline very much the way it should have, and fucking made everything look beautiful and was fucking awesome. But there you go, KJ. Yeah, GTA Vice City was a very good fucking soundtrack as well. That was awesome. GTA San Andreas was also a good soundtrack. Fucking I'm trying to think of another good ass soundtrack game. Shadow of Mordor. Final Fantasy VII. No, fuck that. All the Final Fantasy games had a good ass soundtrack to their fucking systems. Dude, are you serious?
If we're all choosing, 7 and 10 in my opinion have the best ones.
7 and 10 did have the best ones, but I will have to say that 15 and 14, or no, sorry. 15 and fucking 13, like the Lightning series, were my favorite soundtracks of the Final Fantasies, only for one reason, because based onto their games, they had a very goddess type thing, and very royal and very fucking like, yeah, you know what? Shit's gonna always go down. Fuck you. How about that one? Like that was the feel for me, and that was the best thing in the fucking world. I love those games, and I will always love those games down to the fucking day I probably die.
Also, another thing to know about me, I'm a big fan of the Scott Pilgrim series.
Oh yeah, Gabe is a very much a big fan of the Scott Pilgrim series, and that is the fucking greatest thing in the world.
Scott Pilgrim is the best thing in the world, and
I love the movie. I love the movie with Michael Cera. My favorite part of the entire movie, real quick, I'm gonna fucking say this real quick from the movie, is when fucking Knives, fucking when she comes to Scott Pilgrim's house and she was like, "Is Scott here?" And he fucking jumps to the window, and his buddy's like, "You know what? He just left." Really? Yeah, sorry. And it's like the fucked up thing, because there's no way you just missed this motherfucker jumping out the window behind you, bitch. Like, come on. Come on. Okay? That is my favorite fucking scene of that movie. Oh my god, I fucking love that movie.
The fact that I'm even a fan of that's how you know I'm a fan is because I have the soundtrack for both the movie and the actual Scott Pilgrim soundtrack on my phone from the game.
I do too. I do too. I do too. But anyways, guys, again, thank you all for watching. For the people who are gonna watch the shorter, condensed version of this, it's probably honestly gonna be pretty much me raging and me and Gabe having the fucking argument about that entire thing. That's honestly probably what the shorter version of this is gonna be. So, because that was like honestly probably the most fucking stupid and funny thing we did out of this entire video, like, to be honest. Other than that, we just talked about fucking Pennywise and his bullshit. Like, that's all we did this video, pretty much.
Pennywise is bullshit.
Well, yeah, no. But, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting. I love y'all. And I hope you all have a really good day and a really good night. Get some good sleep. But later, and I will get to fucking editing as soon as possible. But later, guys. Deuces. Sorry for the person who just joined. You missed out. I will actually have all this uploaded directly onto my fucking channel. This will all go there. And I'll also have a shorter version. So, boom. Later, guys.